So let's have a look at what we need to do next. And acting on GPT's advice, we've got some peer support, practical implications, and student guidance based on the student discoveries. So we just pop back into the rubric. The rubric here is actually sort of much larger and I would say more involved than what's happened today when I've gone and re-evaluated it, or reused it. This could be a number of factors. This could be the improvement in GPT. It now has memory. It could be calling on something else. It could be calling on different language, or it could be picking up on something that's a little bit different within that PDF that I've offered it in the first place. Or it could just be that this time I haven't given it Barrett Rosenshine's bio. Either or, it's given us some points for improvement for sure, and it's also given me some suggestions for future lessons, which didn't sort of give me the same ideas. However, it has given me a new idea today that we could certainly take into other year groups with ease. And so incorporation of architectural studies, which is given it today, but it says architectural studies within stories, which I think is probably even better. Integrating studies of local architecture, particularly for Bangkok, would provide students a richer context for their designs and inspire more innovative projects. Great. So the next steps that it's offered me, so it's given me a 22 out of 25 so far, and if I go into here, let's get rid of this window for a second. Some real issues today with the computer. Let's just get rid of this. So these pictures here are the exemplars that we had inside the tutorial. So I gave it this. So these pictures here of the Roman dome, and just said, this is what the children are working on when they sort of traverse from mode A to mode B learning. Evaluation of the rubrics is giving me a better score, but it has said strategic questioning, which is great because it tells me what I need to do for myself within the lessons. But then it's also giving me the next steps with project-based learning using Tinkercad. And so historical reconstructions, we do this already in a previous project, and this is what we moved away from. Environmental projects, there's many of those happening across the school. Art design, interactive storytelling, which is really appealing because the students can create a scene from a story. This could be absolutely anything. This could be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This could be any story really that they've read from previous reincarnations in different year groups. So one of them is Burger Boy, which is what we use, which is a great story for animating. So then we can go and create dioramas or whole class dioramas. This is a great idea where we've got character modeling and narrative development. I really like that. It's very creative. So encouraging mode B learning. So here it's given me next steps, which I quite like, especially sort of reflections. We don't have enough time for this usually, but this would be great if we could just put a video together within class time and just giving them prompts on how to reflect upon their learning would be a great idea. Integration of feedback. If we just went and had a playlist, and the children could talk to each other and listen to each other, as well as what we give them based on their iterative learning. And then I asked it to give me a rubric, which I'm going to use for the next series, focusing on strategic questioning and bring this up to a 25 out of 25. So that's what I'm going to go and do. I'm going to go and use part of this and part of the other ones, particularly strategic questioning, and as well as taking the story ideas into other year groups. I think is pretty neat. This is what the young girl in the video actually created. So, I mean, you've got to remember that these children are 9 years old. This is the best that I've ever seen year 4 children produce 3D modeling. And this, you can see the detail on the fence work here, the repeated patterns, the actual pillars here. There should be some pillars on the end. They did make some pillars for the end. But you can see the symmetry is absolutely exquisite. And then the young boy that we talked to, who's taking the ideas from Alina, this is what he produced in the end, which from where he started to where he's finished, this is spectacular. The detail here, the repeated patterns here, which is exactly what we're aiming for, and it prepares them nicely for the next year's 3D printing project. So all in all, I feel this is quite successful. In fact, I feel it's very successful. It's given me great points for improvement, and it means that I can go and use this with my coachee, and also use this as part of my development throughout the year, where we have personal development folders that we can go and take all this text and make an evaluation, which is just here. So the professional growth cycles, this can help me rewrite this and give me a very well written write-up in all of the 4 stages, and it also makes a much fuller conversation for my line manager, who knows that they don't have to pick apart anything because it's all documented all the way through the year. Right, I hope that's scratched an itch for the people who are at the CPL, and I hope this has helped people who are new to this and haven't seen it before. Ask me any questions. I'm asking for Q&A. If you didn't get the QR code, it's there. Email me if you want any questions, or Teams me. Have a great day.